Hey guys, it's your old buddy the grocery store here with a video to commemorate our 5-year anniversary. Yep, hard to believe it's been 5 years since I first started this project, but I have definitely come a long way and have no regrets. I've laughed, I've cried, I've hit my head against the wall dealing with YouTube bots, but it's all been worth it to abridge one of my favorite anime series of all time. Now, you may be wondering, what is it about this show that makes me enjoy it so much? So this year, I've decided to show you guys by counting down the top 10 moments of Code Geass Lelouch of the Rebellion. Sit back, enjoy the show, as we go down memory lane. Oh, also, this will be revealing events all the way up to the end of the series. So if you have not seen the ending to Code Geass, spoilers are ahead. You have been warned. Number 10. Suzaku confronts Lelouch. We're starting off with a big one here, a part that we've all wanted to see for a while. Lelouch and Suzaku finally having a much-needed confrontation with each other. The Black Rebellion is in its final stage, and Lelouch rushes to Kaname Island to save the only person in this world he still loves, Nonali. He arrives only to find his best friend waiting for him with a gun pointed at him. Suzaku removes Lelouch's mask, and these two finally have their long-awaited face-to-face confrontation. Suzaku blinded by rage, Lelouch strapping a bomb to his chest, and it all ends on a massive cliffhanger that guarantees we'll tune into the next season. These two characters' ideals and personalities are so opposite each other that it was inevitable for them to fight. It was a conflict that had been building up throughout the entire season. Hey, sometimes friends just need to fight it out before they can move on. Number 9. Suzaku fires the FLEYA. The best kind of weapon is one you never need to use. I doubt the people of the Tokyo settlement would agree to that, since this area becomes ground zero for the FLEYA missile's first test drive. Suzaku, manipulated by Geass, uses the weapon to try and survive his fight with a new and improved Guren. Even though she dodges it, the missile still goes off and quickly engulfs the entire settlement. From a distance, it looks like a blinding spear of light. But up close, you can see how serious the damage is, as it disintegrates entire buildings, the ground itself. It swallows up characters, even Nonali is believed to have been killed by it. This right here is a game changer for everyone, as it introduces WMDs into a world that's already been plunged into war. The last thing Lelouch wants. And unfortunately, it's the prime thing he's going to have to deal with, not only now, but all the way up to the final battle. Number 8. Lelouch controls God. Ah, kids. One day they're being exiled to Japan, the next they're using their psychic powers to control God. Well, okay, collective unconscious, but you gotta admit, God sounds much cooler. Here, Charles and Marianne are initiating the final stage of their master plan, and all that stands between them is Lelouch. But how does he stop his parents from rewriting the world? Same thing he does every episode, using his Geass to control people. And who better to control than the minds of everything that has or ever will exist? Doing this boosts his Geass to the highest level of power and allows Lelouch to destroy the thought elevator, literally sending Charles' plans crashing down around him. The scale of this moment is so impressive that you can't help but think that Lelouch is seriously badass right now. His father and mother are slowly being disintegrated, the Emperor rocket being formed as Charles tries desperately to take his son with him, and Lelouch just standing there, watching it happen. Now that, my friends, is how you resolve your daddy issues, Geass style. Number 7. Guren S.E.T.E.N takes flight. Colin Kozuki representing like a boss! Not gonna lie, I actually cheered when Colin took the stage in a brand new Nightmare frame. After being held prisoner for several episodes, it was about time my favorite Nightmare pilot got back into action. And what better way to make a comeback than in the Guren S.E.T.E.N 8 Elements type? A machine that was ironically made to be used against the Black Knights. But the Guren soon fell back into the hands of its rightful owner, just in time to tip the scales of the battle going on outside. Colin charged through an entire army to rescue Lelouch from the clutches of the sadistic Luciano Bradley. This machine is so overpowered that it easily tears apart his machine, and even the Lancelot is no match for Colin now. In fact, it's the only reason Suzaku has to resort to using the FLEYA missile, and even that was easily dodged. It's a beautiful fight with nice animation and a satisfying conclusion, proving once and for all that Colin can kick quite a bit of ass, with or without a nightmare. Number 6. Enter Mao. This one is personally satisfying for me because Lelouch finally gets an official rival, one who knows who he is and is actually a threat. We had always suspected that there would be other people with the power of Geass, and now we finally get to see one take on our main character. Mao, a former partner of C2, tracks down Lelouch and beats him at his own game using a Geass that allows him to read people's minds. Immediately we see how formidable a foe he is and that he's able to turn Lelouch's greatest strength into a liability. Suddenly all of Lelouch's clever plans and genius strategies are useless since Mao can see them coming. Now Lelouch feels the pressure of going up against Geass, against fighting someone with an unfair advantage. This opponent forces Lelouch to employ creative or unexpected strategies if he wants to survive. He ultimately finds a way to beat Mao, but not without pulling out all the stops and relying on both friends and enemies to help him tackle his greatest threat by far. Mao may have been an obsessive sociopath, but you cannot deny that he was a worthy opponent. May angels with chainsaws sing thee to thy grave. Number 5. The Return of Jeremiah. I swear, Jeremiah Gottwald is the long-lost love child of Freddy Krueger and the Terminator, because no matter how many times you kill him, he always comes back. This time as a cybernetic assassin with only one mission, to hunt down and kill Lelouch. Armed with new weapon skills and abilities, the Orange Man takes no prisoners on his assignment as he literally walks through every defense Lelouch has set up against him. Guns, knives, even Geass is useless on him as he takes his walkabout of destruction to get to our protagonist. In the end, Lelouch has to lure him into a trap designed to stop giant robots, and even that only slows him down. All because Jeremiah is devoted to his mission of serving the royal family, more specifically Marianne v Britannia. Lelouch, realizing that he would take way too much time and resources to kill him, makes the smart decision and adds Jeremiah as an ally. One that will definitely tip the scales of this war in his favor. Death is only the beginning for the Orange Man. Number 4. Lelouch first uses Geass. If you're surprised why this one is so high up on the countdown, let me explain how impressed I was by Lelouch's first time. This moment made Code Geass. Okay, this was the show's statement to the world. This is Bandai telling us what they were going to bring to the table every week. When I first saw trailers for it, I thought the series was going to be about angsty teens and giant robots. So imagine how shocked I was to see that it actually focused on psychic powers and immortals. Lelouch is trapped, about to be gunned down by trigger-happy henchmen with no way out. All seems lost until he makes a contract with a young girl who we all thought was dead. He gives them a look that can kill, fires a psychic symbol into their eyes, and orders them to die. And they do it! With a smile on their face! These guards commit suicide simply to appeal to their new master, all because of this new power he's got. It was original, it was unexpected, and immediately got me interested in the franchise. And even if you didn't like later episodes and stopped watching, you cannot deny that you weren't even a little bit interested after seeing Lelouch control people. Plus, it's appealing to a dark emotion that all of us have deep inside ourselves. How many times have you ever wanted to order someone around and have them immediately obey your commands? Welcome to Area 11, folks, where the only opinion that matters is Lelouch's. Number 3. Bloodstained Euphy. And now we come to one of the saddest parts of the show, one that ultimately costs us the life of Princess Euphemia Lee Britannia. The Specially Administrative Zone of Japan is now open. Thousands of former Japanese citizens have entered the stadium to kick off a new era of peace and tranquility. Zero is about to ruin the whole thing, but then suddenly realizes that Euphy's doing what she can to end the fighting and make the world a gentler place, a goal that he's also been working towards this entire time. He's ready to walk alongside her into a brand new day, only to have it all undone by a simple slip of the tongue. Lelouch accidentally uses his Geass on her and turns the princess into a heartless killing machine, devoted to the complete destruction of the Japanese. She orders the guards to eliminate every one of them, and the stadium turns into a genocidal bloodbath. Immediately regretting his mistake, Lelouch orders the Black Knights to come in and protect the people, while he himself deals with Euphemia. This results in a tragedy that destroys not only any chance of peace, but the life of someone Lelouch truly cared about. We have to watch this kind, loving character that we've all seen since the start of the series instantly turn into a slave to Geass. Don't remember Euphy for what she became, but rather what she was. Number 2. Lancelot Albion versus Guren S.E.T.E.N. Let's get ready to rematch! That's right, folks, time for the final nightmare battle of the series. Suzaku and Colin settling things once and for all in their ridiculously powerful mechs. Guren S.E.T.E.N. and Lancelot Albion, the final climactic battle of the series. The Damocles is rising through the stratosphere, and this is where our two nightmare pilots will fight to determine the future. Neither one of them is giving an inch, Colin using the most powerful robot around, and Suzaku using the Geass placed on him. Combined with their amazing pilot skills, these two give us the fight of their lives. Here, we see everything that we've come to enjoy about these fights. Quick and powerful attacks, excellent animation, they even reference the very first battle between these two when they lose their wings. This fight can go either way, but ultimately, one of them has to give. And in this case, the loser by just a short amount was Suzaku. Don't beat yourself up too bad, buddy. This was an amazing fight. Number 1. The Zero Requiem. Ha ha ha, you actually thought I'd forgotten this one. No, no, no. I had to put this in. You cannot have a top anything of Code Geass without at least mentioning this moment. This grand climax that the entire season had been building up to, maybe even the entire series. What with Lelouch's mantra of the only ones who should kill are those who are prepared to be killed, you could argue that this was his plan ever since he got Geass. Lelouch has taken over the world. The Black Knights, the Britannian Empire, even his own family are either captured or under his control. The world now watches in terror as he ushers in a new era of domination and tyranny. All seems lost until a lone figure approaches. Zero has arrived to slay the monster in front of everyone. He leaps through all of Lelouch's defenses, easily working his way up to him, ready to deliver the final blow. Unbeknownst to the world, this Zero is actually Suzaku, and this has all been an elaborate plan set by our protagonist to change the world, by killing the one person that they fear and hate more than anything right now. Here we see just how far Lelouch is willing to go for his plans, as he pays the ultimate price to reset every bad thing that's happened. Although the few who helped him do this know how good he is, the rest of the human race will always remember him as a monster that tried to take away everything they held dear. This moment right here is the best kind of send-off for the series, as we see all the fighting, all the lives lost, and everything that our hero did now come to fruition, in the same manner that they always do. One of his genius elaborate plans that nobody saw coming, and all Lelouch had to give for this was his life. Or did he? And there you have it. Those are my top 10 moments of Code Geass. This has been an amazing journey abridging this series, and I plan to go all the way to the very end. What do you guys think? Did I get your favorite part in? Did I miss it? Let me know in the comment box below, and also expect a lot more videos from me in the future. Until then, later guys.